everyone, and welcome back to the podcast of stuff.
Once again, down one.
Oh, wait, I think I saw a text.
Ah!
Let's see.
Arr.
Let's see. Yeah, BG's not here.
Hmm.
Yep, he was at the lady friend's house. I would, give a little shit, but I saw she's heading out of town or out of state for a while, so you know what, it's fine.
Going away to school.
Going away to school. It's fine. Keep your loved ones close, everybody.
Meanwhile, we have DA playing a video game very loudly.
Yeah.
That button
Is
mashing
it?
is strong as
I'll
fuck.
I'll
Holy
give
shit.
it away from the. How's this now?
Still
Because
fucking
I'm
loud.
really.
God damn, dude, those
This
buttons
is just
are
a
destroyed.
massacre.
All right.
You may have to just pause the damn game for a little bit.
Sorry.
Sorry, JoJo's will wait.
Integrity of the podcast. Keep your attention devoted, sir. All right, so we don't have a whole lot. It was light news week for most nerdy things.
Yeah, not much going
But we
down,
got a few
except for
things.
Few key points that,
So
yeah.
the big thing that I've been seeing is just how people have been getting more and more pissed at Pokemon Go. at Niantic specifically.
Yeah.
So
Including their investors.
So,
oh, God.
yeah, they're sending in the bombs already, apparently. They did an update recently, like last weekend, I think, where they pulled some broken features, which some of it I can understand. The 3-step tracking or whatever that wasn't working, they pulled. Understandable. And some other little things, but the thing that people got the most pissed about was that they canceled service to these third-party apps like Pokevision and these other things that would show where Pokemon were and how long they were going to be there. And people got pissed because they were buying stuff from the app, so like the Lucky Eggs, the incense, things that help you level up and find Pokemon quickly, just because they could farm efficiently. And now that they can't, people are getting pissed and asking for refunds, which I will, to Niantic's credit, they are doing. They are giving refunds.
Which is surprising to me.
And they're continuously, I will say, getting rid of other third-party apps that are still trying to track. A couple of my friends today actually like, oh, we found one that's like working. It's not that good, but it's working. And then my friend, he said like he looked at it like in the App Store for Google Play, and then went away, and then went to go download it, and then it was already gone. Like, they are cracking down on that stuff, and people are not happy. And another thing that just popped up as I was browsing through Twitter, apparently Articuno had popped up randomly in a certain few places, and people have actually caught Articunos.
Yeah.
Niantic revoked them. They went to trainer profiles and took Articuno away.
Holy crap.
Their
Really?
statement: we recently noticed that a few legendary Pokemon got into a few accounts when they shouldn't have. To preserve the game's integrity and as a measure of fairness, we have rectified the situation and revoked the legendary Pokemon from the trainers' accounts. To me, if Niantic fucked up and the trainer caught it, good for them. I don't consider that unfair at all. I consider that they jumped on a situation.
I mean, it's not on the player, it's on the company that did it. I wouldn't punish the players.
Yeah. So they're just continuously not making good PR moves.
I mean, it's
At all.
Niantic. I don't think they were prepared for the shitstorm they were about to be a part of.
Yeah, possibly.
I
I
don't
know.
think they were ready.
Their bodies were not ready.
Clearly not.
Indeed. And the other little thing that we saw on the IGN news was that apparently for the Death Note live action video, whatever, news, movie, Death Note, William Dafoe joins the cast as Ryuk. How do you think he's gonna play that?
Creepily. It's Willem Dafoe. It's Willem Dafoe. Creepily is the only fucking word you need.
But like creepy in William Dafoe, I immediately go to Green Goblin, and that doesn't seem Ryuk-ish.
I don't know. I think actually that seemed pretty damn Ryuk-ish to me.
A little bit,
Right? No.
from what
the
I've
Green-
seen.
The Green Goblin voice that he used for the first movie was pretty...
Voice, yes.
He's just using his voice.
Style of
Ryuk
acting.
is full
No.
CG.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's just
then.
voice acting Ryu.
Okay. So, have they cast Light Yagami yet?
I don't think they've said if they have or not yet.
Okay, just because obviously if he's white, then there's going to be a shitstorm for about 5 minutes. There already was for fucking, which even like I was just like, really? The Great Wall movie. Have you seen the
Oh,
trailer
God.
for that?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I'm like, oh, a movie about the Great Wall, and Matt Damon's there in China.
That's
Just like,
I saw that and I immediately went, "What the actual fuck is
and
this?"
like it's the movie is fictional because it's like they're keeping out dragons, but it's still in China. And like I think just about everybody else is Chinese except Matt Damon.
Except for Matt Damon. You gotta sit back and wonder how they think this is gonna work for them.
Well, I will say it's China that is pushing for this shit. They're the ones that are like, oh, no one will go see it unless it's an American actor, if there's a name to the movie. But I think it's getting to a point, and there's a pretty notable Chinese actress, I can't talk right now.
What is words?
Who is at this point like actually kind of pissed about this, and she's just like, when will the excuse of, oh, it won't sell well, like why is that still a reason in this day and age? Why is money the reason?
Because money's the reason for everything. Why is that still a question? Why are we questioning this?
Morally,
The question doesn't need to be asked. The answer has to be given of, and the answer is stop. The question, there's no point in asking the question, oh, why is this happening? Why is money still the reason this is happening? You just answered your question with the question. It's money. As long as that keeps making people money in any vein, they're going to keep doing it. That's how it goes. Or until public opinion overrides the money, which it hasn't yet. It hasn't reached a fever pitch, and it's not going to reach a fever pitch because of culture. It's just not. Nobody gives that much of a shit about it. Sorry, it's a small amount in the grand scheme of things. Again, I'm in the side of the park where I'm like, agree. I would like to see culturally relevant, scripts made up and the cast reflecting the cultural relevance. But it's not. It's just not going to happen.
I think it's going to be sooner than you think.
It might be sooner than later. Very possibly. Because
the whole
cultural norms change all the time.
Not even that, but like the whole
just...
shitstorm at the Oscars with the Oscars so white or whatever the hashtag was.
Oh, for the love of God!
And it got a lot of traction and it got a lot of notice.
It was stupid.
And I think if this year is a repeat of that, I think things are going to be starting to change. Going to start to change.
Yeah. Well. Until the people that are responsible for this are no longer the ones responsible, it's not going to change.
I don't think that's the case.
Because
I think if the actors take a stance as a collective, where it's like, we want to cast you in this role, and then the actors say no.
They're not gonna say no.
You're living in a pipe dream. That would never happen.
I could see.
No. Oh, we want to pay you to do this movie. Oh, I don't want your money. Give it to some other person. Are you fucking kidding? No one's going to turn down a job. Nobody's going to turn down a job.
No one.
That's not even just like a negative mentality of it. That's just fact. No one's turning down a paycheck.
You think between choice, like, Matt Damon gets movie offers all the goddamn time.
Doesn't matter. When it comes right down to it, if he has the choice of making $16 million to do a movie where he's playing a white guy in a white suburban neighborhood, or $32 million to play the lone white guy in a Japanese fucking high school, guess what movie he's gonna pick? It's a no-brainer. They go where the money is. Whoever's offering them the most.
No one's gonna say, "Please give someone else my money."
Yeah, that's not gonna. Mike, would you honestly sell yourself down?
Yes.
You would.
Yes.
Then you are a better man than I, or just a damn fool.
Money's
personally,
not the most important thing in the world.
That is where I will disagree.
That's coming from a person with a lot of money, though.
I wouldn't say I have a lot of money.
That's coming with somebody with a fair amount of disposable income.
Someone who's never struggled.
Comfortable. I'm comfortable.
That's coming
right
from somebody who's comfortable. They're like, yes, I suppose I can give away. No.
You say that, but then when the day comes around that that choice you made ends you up on the struggle bus, guess how fast that opinion turns?
I will say, my mother
Instant
is currently
fucking-taneously.
struggling, and she is one of the most giving people that I know. Even though she doesn't have anything.
She had the chance. Turn that around. That doesn't stop it.
I wouldn't say so. Not my mom. I wouldn't say it's that kind of situation. It's just how I was raised.
If you can live comfortably, sure. Why not? It's not that important. But when it comes right down to it, the majority, I'll put it like that, will always take the bigger paycheck despite anything else. Because money is money. More is always better.
I think we will see a change. I think so.
If we see
If we haven't already, we're probably not going to.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say about that. If a change does occur, it won't be because of public outcry. It'll be because of the way the wallets have voted.
Wouldn't that be public outcry, though?
It's not. Because people can say and tweet and comment all they like about how, oh, this is ridiculous. As long as a lot of people as long as more people go to see this movie than complain about it, the wallet spoke.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because they may complain about it.
Vote with your wallet to me is a public outcry.
But it's not. It's not. Okay, different terminology though. And I mean, I'm saying outcry in the literal sense, as in verbal disapproval.
Okay.
Whether that be via like a tweet, just coming from you.
One can be a part of the other, but not the other way around.
Yeah, it's using your words, and actions are different. You understand? Your words may say this is wrong, but if you still pay to go see the movie, you're paying them to see the movie. You're paying them for what they made. You're vindicating their choice. That's how the system works. That's how every system works. You may disagree with them, but as long as more people are paying for that, or are giving money to this, than are against it, sorry, but you're losing every time. Money makes the world go round. That is an undeniable truth of just existence. Money rules everything. Money decides everything. Look at our presidential election, for Christ's sake. I was going
Transformers. We all know that those are terrible, but still, they make a lot of money and they're still being made.
They're making a damn other one. The public opinion is that they're crap, but yet they make a crap ton of money, and so they keep making more. It comes down to money. It'll always, 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 always come down to money. Because it always has, always will.
I'm an optimist. What can I say?
Optimism is great when you can afford it.
I disagree with that, and I will say my mother. Anyway, speaking of shitty movies, so the first reviews for Suicide Squad are coming in. It is currently sitting at on Rotten Tomatoes
32.
31.
31. It went down. Oh boy.
I couldn't be happier. First Killing Joke. Now this. It is my birthday.
How is your brother handling everything?
I don't know.
Especially Killing Joke. That's hurt a lot of people.
I like I said, I liked Killing Joke.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. So
it's not
how many?
It's not terrible, but it's
Killing and I as far as DC stuff, Killing Joke is very separate from the DCU. As far as the live action universe. So, the reviews came out. I looked at comment threads. You see the typical, they're just shitting on it because DC Mo fanboys or they just don't understand filmmaking.
They're not smart enough.
Yeah, they don't get it. This is the third time in a row this has happened. At what point
is it just gonna be like, well, this is just a bad movie?
Yeah. Like,
this company cannot make movies.
Third time's the charm. With the head of Warner Bros. Just doesn't know filmmaking. He's outright stated that he doesn't care about the movies, and he would rather do something that's just his whole view of trying to make money in successful movies is literally he's trying to copy Disney. He's trying to get a Star Wars, he's trying to get a Marvel, and he's trying to get a Pixar. And his ways he's been trying to copy that is the DCU, Harry Potter, because they're trying to milk that franchise, and there's something else, I forget what the fuck it was, but yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go see it probably on Friday, and form my own opinions. But at least from what the reviews have stated, the first third or half of the movie is all right, and then it just dips.
Oh, yeah, thank goodness, so good.
Once it's decent until they get the crew together, and at that point, it loses all semblance of control. There is no plot, no aim, no direction. It is somebody referred to as a dumpster fire on screen.
So the one thing that I've also seen, they've said Jared Leto's Joker seems fine. He just is.
He's only in it for 16 seconds.
He's only in it for just a chunk of it, and he doesn't really have a time to shine moment, so to speak. He doesn't have you want to know how I got these scars moment, a whole monologue and a whole defining moment essentially in the movie for the character.
But from what everyone is saying though about even that much is that it doesn't come close to Heath Ledger's Joker.
Well, yeah, I will say that that's hard to top though.
No, I wouldn't say that's not hard to top.
Most people consider live action he's the best Joker. Yeah, personal opinions aside, that is.
Oh yeah, popular opinion is Heath Ledger. But that's just because he died.
I think
everybody loves a good drama, and it always sways a bias.
I
wink,
thought
wink, nudge, nudge.
he got a fucking Oscar for it.
He died
posthumously.
Still,
doesn't matter. His death influenced
if someone had a better performance, they probably would have voted for them.
Nope, because he died. Drama.
I disagree with that.
Nope, it's all again. That was a giant public service piece. It was just for a fallen actor, he gets the Oscar. Oh come on, that was BS. For the movie, his Joker was out of place. For just Joker in general, his role was more mobster than Joker. It was bad. It was all around bad. The whole thing was bad.
It wasn't very good. It was a good performance, but it wasn't a good character.
Not at all. Not in any vein. but everyone views it through rose-tinted glasses because he died.
Explain that.
He wasn't very Jokerish.
Wasn't.
Yes, he smiled and laughed and went whoo, but that
was more manic, insanity, more just.
It didn't seem like Joker seems like he should be having fun at every single second.
Yep.
He shouldn't be giving 5-page monologues and burning money and things like that. He should just be a singular focus. He shouldn't be going around corners to do things. He should be focused on this one thing. I have to do this one thing.
He does for the sake of doing.
Yes.
He doesn't describe why he's doing it. He doesn't give exposition. He just
does it.
And then he laughs and goes, "Didn't see that coming, did you, bitch?"
But this Joker, every time he got a moment to talk, he would talk way more than he should.
You want to know how I got these scars? The moment that line was uttered, I quit. I was like, nope, bullshit. Fucking shut up.
No, the second time got me. I was just like,
first time. Because you have never, ever, maybe in the Killing Joke you heard him reference his deformity. But for the most part, Joker never actually brings up his appearance.
Joker should be like, why should you care? I don't care.
It's not the appearance of the man. It's the man under the appearance. That is the kind of line Joker would say, then shoot someone in the face for no fucking reason.
The question I posed, though, was, why don't you think he's a good character? What you described to me is why you don't think he was a good representation of the Joker. Which, that is fine. I thought he still was a good character.
His character was simply chaos for the sake of chaos, which I do not agree with. It's fine if Joker should be for Batman, but this was just for the mobsters to get to Batman.
Yep.
As opposed to Joker just going, no, I'll do it. I'll wear him down a little bit, but I'll do it. But no, he had to show, with the burning of the money, it's just like, this stuff is unimportant to you. Why is he trying to show those things to those mobsters? Why does he care about these mobsters? He shouldn't. He should only care about...
Joker would literally just take the money, stash it somewhere, and be like, hey, more fun for me later. Oh, by the way, see that crate? That's where your money is. I just blew it up. Meanwhile, it's not. That's the kind of dumb shit Joker would pull. But meanwhile, what he did was, again, it was more for the sake of a monologue. Everything he did, every action his character, quote-unquote, took, was for a conversation piece. It's not a character. That's literally a plot device. It's nothing. It's air. It's just white bread. It's nothing.
So you're saying a character giving a monologue in depth is not enhancing said character?
No, but that's all your character is essentially doing.
That wasn't.
Think about it. That is pretty much all he did. When he was on screen, he was talking.
So the whole car chase scene of him in the truck, he was monologuing?
You mean for all 5 minutes of the movie that was?
And
not
other
even
situations, blowing up the hospital, fighting Batman.
That came right after a 5-minute monologue to friggin' Two-Face, though.
Literally, action to monologue. I mean, and the monologues were also shit tier writing. It was bad.
The bank scene in the beginning.
And the delivery. Okay, Heath Ledger's delivery. What the hell? There was no range at all of different delivery at all in any one of his monologues, at his infinite amount of monologue. It was the same voice, the same mannerisms, the same everything. If you again, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Versus just put it best. If you take away this Joker's monologues, what else is he? Answer that. Take away his monologues. What is he as a character?
A crazy psychopath.
And that's all he is, and that's not a good character.
Bingo. Everything
when you have to sit there and explain yourself in every single scene that you're in, instead of letting your actions
That's a
show.
Lex Luthor. Those people were like, oh, but they have a grand design. They have reasons. They have all this build-up that's going on around the character. This character that they wrote, that I'm going to quote unquote is the Joker. Literally, oh, okay. You know what? There's this guy in Gotham running around in a bat suit. That seems kind of cool. Let's go fuck with it a bit. Oh, wait, no. I'm not going to fuck with it until I get fucking paid to do it. Guess what? Once again, Joker would do that for the sake of shits and giggles. It took 5 mobsters to get together and bring him in for shit to go down. What? That's not even a good intro for a character like him.
They didn't bring him in; he snuck in.
No, they brought him in.
No,
they brought him in,
he literally walks in and says, "I thought my jokes were bad," and the one mobster's is like, "Give me a reason
no, you're
why
right.
I
You're right.
shouldn't
You're
stick
right.
this
It
guy
was
on you."
a la Red Hood. No, you're right. You're right. I was getting Red Hood and that confused.
Yes.
But in the end, they hire him. Is what I was trying to get at. That would have never happened. It just wouldn't have happened.
Ra's al Ghul hired the Joker.
Joker didn't accept. Wait, in what medium?
Under
what
the Red Hood.
Oh, okay. Also, that's also explained away by he was using it as a chance to just attack Batman. He didn't do it for any payment. He used all the money to just set up the gig.
And the Joker,
and then
in the movie, he doesn't do it for payment.
But that's not before he gives a 10,000-year dialogue about how, oh, money, oh, he's gonna burn this now.
In the first scene, he's shown stealing a lot of money. That's not very Jokerish if you're just gonna burn it. It's just, oh, he's crazy, he's burning the money. Fine, but that's not anything really.
Again,
that's just a crazy person. And crazy does not equal good character to me, because a crazy person can do anything at any time, and you could just go, oh, he's crazy. That's why he's doing it, and that's the end of it.
When it comes right down to it, there is just no actual reason for anything he does. It's just he's just flippant as a character. He's just doing shit for no purpose. It's not even chaos for the sake of chaos. It just doesn't. It's not there for anything. It's just, I'm here. I guess I'll just kind of do this. Oh wait, yeah, I guess that works here. With the actual Joker, what he does is he's like, you know what? You know what's fun? Whatever the fuck I want to do right now. He doesn't care who, what, when, where, or why. It's just, if I take this, if I take a 16-pound pig, shove a firework to it, and throw it in Commissioner Gordon's mailbox, how's that going to turn out?
So
you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
You just said you don't like a character that you don't know what he's going to do, and then you just said you like the Joker because you don't know what he's going to do.
No, it's not the fact I don't know what he's going to do. In fact, it's what he does for shits and giggles, and that's his modus operandi. There's no grand plan. There's no, I'm going to make the city choose. It's just, you know what? I can shop a firework to a pig. Let's do that. Hey, you know what? I can shop a firework to a pig, write Batman's name on it, and you know what? Now it's a bat pig with a rocket. That's funny.
And the Killing Joke, he kind of does the same thing as the Dark Knight Joker, right?
Which is why the movie doesn't really work.
Huh?
As a comic medium, it kind of works a bit better, but once you put it towards, what's the word I'm looking for here? Motion picture? That's not what I'm looking for. Things that work in comics. This is one of the problems with Killing Jokes, and a lot of comic to movie adaptations, especially. What works in the realm of book narrative, comic narrative, it's a little bit different to adapt into a moving image like acting. Mainly because what works in comics, it's up to the imagination most part.
You say it'll never meet your expectations.
Yeah. It'll never meet expectations, and the manner of delivery is up for interpretation by the people making it. So therefore, there's a lot of way things can get turned, and not to mention just things that you can get away with in a comic, you can't get away with in live action. Certain movements that are key, like body language, that you can kind of hint at in a comics panel, you can't really get across in mediums like television and movies. So again, the fact that Killing Joke wasn't as big a success as people were hoping for is not surprising. I kind of saw it coming because the Killing Joke was very brutal, and it gave a backstory to the Joker, and the development of it really, you needed more time than you have for a single movie.
A
to
big
do
chunk of
justice.
it was that it got underfunded because it was rated
Yeah.
R.
Exactly. Again, you're limited by the reality that you're faced with, and when you don't have the whole picture, when you don't have all the pieces to a puzzle, it looks janky, doesn't it? It looks weird. It's not right, and that's how the Killing Joke's Joker is. He's out of place, not working right, because all the pieces aren't there. The buildup isn't the way it needs to be. The drama effect isn't the way it needs to be. The Killing Joke really could never have been a single movie and worked. Again, it could have if it had been funded correctly, but for what they had, it was never destined to be solid.
Okay. Well, what was the point I was trying to make before we got in this tangent? Oh, okay. So, well, obviously you guys disagree with this after this discussion, but the point I was going to make is that there really hasn't been a bad on-screen Joker. Caesar Ramon, quirky in his own way. Jack Nicholson, good.
Jack Nicholson is, to this day, I think, out of all of them, my favorite.
And when I say on-screen, I'm talking voice as well.
Oh, you're talking voice.
Yes.
Yeah, that goes to Mark Hamill.
Both, yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying in general for voice and film, there has not been a
voice
bad
and film is a separate entity.
No. Anytime there's been a acting adaptation of the Joker,
Live action.
not just live action, voice as well.
Really?
Anyone has acted as the Joker.
I do not like John DiMaggio's Joker in Under the Red Hood.
I will kind of agree with that.
I liked it.
It seems a bit generic.
Yeah, I can see that. That actually put words to how I felt about it. Yeah.
It was fine, but it was also nothing.
Well, there hasn't been a bad one at all.
There's
Like
ones you favor less, but there's not really bad.
Yeah, it's like I said, Caesar Ramon, the quirky in his own way in the old Batman TV show. Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill, John DiMaggio, the guy who's in The Batman, I forget who voiced him, and there's somebody else. Oh, Troy Baker for one cartoon in the Batman Arkham Origins. So, at least from what the trends, because in your guys' case, while you don't like it, he's crazy, and crazy can be pretty easy to do at times. And it be passable.
I wouldn't even say he's actually crazy. I'm trying to think. Heath Ledger's Joker is more of a manic sociopath. Not really crazy, just kind of slightly unhinged. He's just
crazy,
unhinged.
insane, whatever verb you want.
It's just, but it never meshes with the ideal of what the Joker is supposed to be. It always
It was an interpretation that the Nolan took.
Yeah, again, anything Nolan touches is just garbage. Apparently, because that was.
I will disagree with you on Memento and his original work.
I haven't seen Memento. So.
I have never seen Memento either.
Memento is a very great film. Interstellar is a very great film. Inception, good film. All of his stuff that is original, he does very well in. And I recommend them. Memento is used in a lot of different film studies just because it's deals with short-term memory and the plot is played in reverse. And it's just like the whole movie is an allegory on memory and trying to remember things and making sure that you remember stuff that the guy forgets, going through scene to scene. Very good film. Highly recommended. If you like good cinema. What else do we got on the news chain?
Screw Suicide Squad. Me and BG will be seeing it whenever we can, and hopefully, like I said, it will be an empty theater so I can just throw popcorn and laugh.
You're going to fucking lose it, dude.
I can't wait.
From what I'm reading, it's just like you're going to be going through a lot of nothing for a little bit, and then, bam, it just falls apart like a fucking Jenga tower.
I cannot wait.
So, you have a little story for us. And hopefully BG gets back just in time so you can tell the Onechan story.
You know how long the Onechan story is?
I don't
No,
care.
we don't.
It's a long story and two short ones. It's gonna be a while. So even if he gets back right now, I wouldn't be able to tell it. Blame him. He's at fault. Oh, that's DLC.
You're still playing your game.
No, I'm looking up who the DLC is.
For
And
JoJo.
I am pissed.
Ha.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they know what they were doing.
Oh, so I saw this thing, news thing. I forget what the game is called, but it's a Japanese game, and it's an on-rail shooter, but instead of like shooting a gun, you shoot pheromones at Japanese high school teens, and it's like you have to shoot them in like their naughty bits, and they get all like ooh, and like and then they fall out. It has a $90 DLC to show boobs. 90.
They
fucking
know.
dollars.
They know who the market is.
I was watching this yesterday with Connor. He's like, no one's gonna buy that. I'm like, dude.
Oh yes, they will.
But then it was the RT News thing. They were looking at different games and stuff and what has like the most expensive total DLC. And I think it was Train Simulator had $30,000 worth of DLC. Fucking insane.
What?
It's just trains. You get new
What?
trains.
I
Yeah. I know one of the music games, Rocksmith, I think, had a lot, but it was just because, like, it had a whole bunch of fucking songs at, like, $1 a pop, but, like, combine them all together and it's a couple $1,000s. That's, to me, at least understandable. I think Sims 3 had a couple $100 worth of DLC. Maybe even up to the 1,000. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Fuck. So, DA, actually, I had a question for you. Are you there?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
of course. I was just waiting.
Are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing?
I'm done playing. Like I said, I was done playing. I was just looking up what DLC characters there were.
Are you only a fan of the Persona games for Shin Megami Tensei, or are you a fan of other ones?
What do you mean?
Because I was wondering if you had looked at or were interested in Tokyo Mirage Sessions at all.
I have no clue what that is.
It's the Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem game.
No. I'm not a fan of 10 Persona. Shin Megami.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Shin Megami. I'm a fan of Persona 4 mostly.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to Persona 5 because it was a huge step up between Persona 3 and Persona 4, and I'm hoping that Persona 5 will be a huge step up from Persona 4, which I don't think it will be, but I'm a huge fan of Persona 4. Not the entire series as a whole. I've never played 1 or 2. I played 3. Didn't really like it. It was alright. But 4 was amazing.
Because I don't know if I want to... I just wanted to ask, because I don't know if I want to get it or not, Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
I've heard, I listened to a podcast that is general things, but I've heard good things.
Okay. 'Cause I didn't even know it was fucking out. I was at Target, and I just see, like, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and I'm like, I know this game. What is this game? I know it. And then, like, I turn it over, and it's... well, I should have noticed on the box it said FE. I'm like, that's Fire Emblem, isn't it? And... I didn't think it... I didn't even know it was out in fucking Japan. It got here quick. And so actually in my, like, little research for it, I didn't realize how long they have been milking Persona 4.
Persona 4,
yeah.
Persona Q, 2 Persona fighting games, Persona Dancing All Night.
Like,
Oh,
it came out, I was just like, oh, this came out in the PlayStation 2.
Yep. Oh, and Persona Golden as well.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Persona's amazing. Persona 4 is amazing. So keep doing it. I'll keep supporting it. I love every iteration that I play. I haven't played Q, but I played Gold and Persona 4, the regular one, both fighting games. Love them all because the characters are amazing and the story's great. And the gameplay. Put those together, and that is a top 5 RPG of all time.
When does 5 come out?
Part 5 comes out February 14th of 2017. That's Valentine's Day, gentlemen.
Oh yeah. Alex is all over that.
And then, speaking of RPGs, I'm assuming, did you play the new Star Ocean?
Yes, I'm currently playing it sporadically in between Colossus and JoJo.
How is it? Because I've been looking for a new game to play.
It's pretty good. It's not. Everybody hates 4, and I love 4, and it's not. People are saying this is better than 4. I think it's worse than 4. Not worse, just not as good.
Which
yeah,
would say worse, but you know. Strong word.
Well, worse is too strong of a word. I just say not as good, but yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah, I hear it's a little short though. Okay. Only about 20 hours to complete the main game, and maybe about 35 to complete all the side stuff. So if it's worth it to you, go for it. If not, but yeah, I enjoy it from what I played.
You need to get a Wii U and get X.
Who are you telling? Because once the Wii U is gotten, the very next click will be Bayo 2.
You've liked Xenoblade, right?
Yeah.
You would fucking love X.
Hey, you know what I would love more? Bayo 2.
I'm just saying. Hold on.
Been thinking about getting a Wii U for my birthday.
Okay. I think we're back again.
Alrighty.
Because Bayo 2 doesn't take that long. Just throwing that out there.
Do you know how long I played Bayo 1?
How long?
I think it was in the hundreds of hours.
Doing what?
Trying to get all the platinum stuff. I wanted to make Bayo proud. I can't get a bronze statue on the stage. No, it's got to be a gold or a platinum.
On the hardest difficulty, I'm assuming.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I love that game. In case you guys haven't noticed about me, when I like something, I love it, and when I love it, I get obsessed by it. And when I get obsessed about it, that's all I can think about, it's all that I can do for a while.
I fear for the woman you end up marrying.
You mean murdering in a basement?
What the fuck?
Well then.
But look, we all know it's coming.
Ladies?
He's looking for volunteers.
Only the finest chains for you.
I would not suggest.
Care for some rainwater?
Oh, God.
And if we don't have that, don't worry. I've recycled your urine.
We're going to work up to you getting my urine.
Oh, my God.
Can we stop this now?
It's been a while since we've had you, continue that one step over the line.
Just letting it happen.
Yep.
Watching the train wreck fucking pile up more and more cars.
Okay, my Greyhound story.
Yeah.
All right.
This was for Shudokan. This was the exact weekend as the knife thing happened.
Oh.
Yep, this happened as I was going to the con. I was supposed to get there at 10 o'clock exactly. I ended up getting there at around 10:50 because we were driving along. I'm playing my Persona 4 and dancing all night, which takes an immense amount of attention. And all of a sudden, I see that we're stopped for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm like, well, that's odd. The red light couldn't last that long. I don't know what's going on. Is there a flat tire or something? And I look up, and I look out the window, and there's 8 cops out there. I'm like, oh boy, this is. I'm like, don't let this happen. So it was a rather empty bus.
Is there a King Brown on this bus?
King Edward Brown. And I just sink into my seat like, no, there's not.
They
So-
didn't say the third. Excuse me, the third. Shit.
That's me. I have been with that dude. Okay, that's actually coming up. That's part of the story. But
Oh God.
it was actually a rather empty bus because this was the first stop of, they go to the next stop and they drop off people and pick them up. So this was a rather empty bus. It was maybe 15, 20 people on there, and it was only 2 black people on there, 2 black guys on there, me and some other guy. So they get on the.
That's never looking good for you, dude.
So they get on the bus. They're 2 guys, one older guy, one younger guy. They're holding their guns and like everybody, hands up, hands where we can see you, hands up. And they're walking by, going to.
Meanwhile, DA's hands down playing Persona 4, dancing.
No, if I was still playing it, boy, I'd probably be blown away. He's got a weapon. What? Blam. But
He
they're
died
like
doing what he loved.
but they're like hands up. The older guy stops at me. He looks at me. The younger guy goes to the back of the bus. They're like, okay, everybody, hands up. Keep your hands up. Another police officer gets on the bus. Those 2 guys get off the bus and they talk to the bus driver for a second. Hands still up. The guys who are watching us are now just currently looking only at me. So I'm just like, don't do this. So they get back on the bus and they're like, and I remember this phrase because I still don't understand what it means. It said, okay, we're looking for an extremely violent criminal. We've pinged his ID so he's on this bus. And I was just like, what is they pinged the ID? So they're like, okay, we're looking for a young African-American male. Could you please step off the bus? Hands up, please, hands up. And this is, I plan for my trips, even though this was only like a 3-hour trip. I had like a juice in my lap. I had my iPod plugged up to the wall plug, and I'm like, I gotta move all this stuff. And they're like, no, we'll get them for you. Just hands up. And they're like moving the stuff, and they're brushing up against my junk, and I'm like, come on, can we move this along? Just shoot me. So we get off the bus, and they're like. We're looking for such and such guy. I can't remember his name right now because this is back in April. Like, we're looking for such and such guy. He's been described as around 6 foot tall, short hair, beard, slightly heavy set. And the other guy was about 6'5", light skin. He had braids, and he was skinny as crap. So I'm just like, oh boy, I wonder who they're gonna profile. So like, okay, sir. They go to me, sir, where is your ID? Hands up. Where is your ID? I'm like, it is in my left pocket. Can I get it out? They're like, no, we will get it out for you. So they reach in my left pocket, and they're while they're pulling out my ID, and they go to the next guy like, hey, get your wallet out. It's fine. Just grab it. I'm like, yo, why am I being So they look at my ID and they're like, King Brown, and I go, yes. Your real name is King Brown. I'm like, yes, it is. He said, hold on right there. And they go back to the police car, hands up. And they come back and they're like, sir, it says in our database that King Brown is a 73-year-old man. And I go, yes, that is King Brown the first. I am King Brown the third. It goes, King Brown also lives in Atlanta. I'm like, yes, that's King Brown the first. I am King Brown the third. King Brown is also deceased. And I'm like, yes, that is my grandfather who is deceased. I am King Brown the third. And they're just like,
your name is a detriment in a massive way in this situation.
And they're just like, okay, where were you such and such time? I'm like, I was at the bus station. You're like, did you talk to anybody? Did you have any interactions with anybody? The whole time, this other guy, he's on his phone, literally. I'm just like, hands up. I was like, no, I didn't talk to anybody. No, I didn't do anything. I don't know what I gotta do to prove who I am. I've got this. I've got my bank card. I've got and all of a sudden, because I had a phone to communicate with the people in the room. I told you guys about this, and it starts going off, and like 3 cops pull their gun immediately, and they're like on the ground now. And I'm just like, and they're like, what pocket is the phone in? And I'm like, back pocket, right back pocket. They grab the phone and they go, who is this? They're like, apparently it was one of the roommates. Like, where are you, King? They're like, King. His name is really King. He was like, yeah, that's what he told me. They're like, okay, I guess your name really is King, but we're gonna have to do a little bit more investigation. So I'm still on the ground, dudes. The other dudes just standing there. They go back to the car, for like 5 minutes. Come back like, okay, I guess all your information checks out. We're still gonna write your name down and your address and where you're going and where you will be. And we're going to take a picture of your bus card, your return pass, so that, we know where you are and where you will be. So, don't try anything. I'm like, okay, King Brown, will not try anything. As I'm getting up.
The third.
King the third. Not a deceased old black man. So I get back on the bus. The bus driver explains to everybody, like, okay, here's what happened. It was an incredibly violent carjacking, wherein a woman and her child was beaten. So we had to take extreme precautions when dealing with this person. We apologize to any persons harmed in our investigation, and we thank you for cooperating. They get off, they drive away, we drive away as well.
Did you ever get contacted again?
No, thankfully. I think they finally figured out that I was not this person, even though I fit the description very well.
Jesus.
Just
Christ.
yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, why could there be at least one other black? Why could BG be on the bus with me or anything? I'd be like, that's a wig, officer. I seen him.
Oh no!
I'd go to Coontown real quick. I ain't do nothing, massa.
Title. Go to Coontown. Title. Oh my god.
Boy. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. Truth of the universe, right there.
Yep. And I, as they were driving away, I sneakily took pictures of the cops. I only got like 4 of them in a shot, just in case anybody was wanting to see the pictures. So if you want to see a couple candid shots of officers, I got them.
Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, that happened. I'm just like, and they're like, as they're brushing me off, they're like, sorry for all that. I'm like, you know what, dude? This isn't going to be the last time this happens. And I'm being honest. So I'm just waiting for the next time that I fit the profile.
Yeah,
Wow.
the profile.
Being black in America.
So one time I got pulled over by a cop, and I didn't have my license plate attached to the front of my car, and he just said, "Oh, just get that put on," and then he drove away. Whoo! I was scared.
Oh boy.
What privilege?
Oh boy.
Just like
You guys both did the secret handshake.
like
The meeting's been changed to Thursday.
Hail Hydra.
like, nothing I could do could ever put me in that situation. It's like it's so stupid.
You could be toting a gun and still fucking get away. Just
I know
fine.
it's awful. I hate that. it's just,
Oh, poor you.
no, I'm just you shouldn't have to go through that
Oh,
shit.
baby.
You shouldn't have to go through that shit.
Who you telling?
Oh my
Just
god.
saying.
Just Super Saiyan.
Eh. Did anybody see the Alola versions of the different Pokemon?
Yeah,
that
the
came out?
Aloha versions.
Oh, kill me.
Alola, not Aloha.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm not calling it that ever.
That's what the region is
It's
called.
yeah, I don't fucking care. It's a ripoff of fucking Hawaii. I don't give a fuck.
Well, no shit.
So I will call it Aloha.
Just like the last
Oh, no,
region
hold on.
was based off of Parrot. Every place is based off of somewhere in the real world.
So I have seen the best meme to ever grace the internet ever, and it was a picture of Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 1, and the caption was Sephiroth's Sephiroth's new appearance for Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's the picture of Sephiroth from the player guide for Kingdom Hearts 1, but instead of his sword, he's holding Executor's Aloha. That killed me. that killed me.
I've seen so many good memes of Executor. So many. I mean, just how he fucking attacks in the game is hilarious. He literally attacks like a giraffe. Just smacks people with his head.
It's ridiculous.
I did find Alola, Vulpix, and Ninetales really cool looking, I will say.
I mean, Vulpix and Ninetales look alright. Like, a lot of the versions of them look okay. The new versions.
It's just, it was those two, Executor and Sandshrew and Sandslash. Those are the only
Yeah,
ones.
Sandshrew and Slash. Sorry, yawning and trying to talk at the same time didn't work. Sandslash and Sandshrew, they looked fine. And Vulpix and Ninetales look great.
But guess what? They don't need to exist.
They don't. They're filler, because they knew the new ones were fucking awful. Those birds are awful. Those mariachi birds are fucking awful.
That thing that's disguising itself as a Pikachu is awful.
What?
So he said
it's awful.
He's awesome. And he doesn't just disguise as Pikachu, he disguises as a whole bunch of different Pokemon.
Oh, okay, that makes it fine.
How is he awful? Explain.
It looks stupid. It doesn't look good. It just looks my whole thing is just it looks stupid. If I were to look at this thing, I would not go, that's not a Pokemon, that's a 3-year-old's drawing of a Pokemon.
That's the point of it. He's like,
that's fine, but it doesn't mean that it looks good. If a 3-year-old draws something, you could say it looks good for a 3-year-old, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't look good.
For a multi-billion-dollar video game.
Yeah, with a bunch of people.
There's a thing called intention.
Sure.
It was intended to look like that.
Sure, but it looks bad, and my whole mindset is it looks bad. Full stop. Intention or not.
He is probably my favorite one that has come out. Just
God.
Just because of the whole concept of it. Of whatever it looks like underneath the cloth.
Of creepy Ditto?
Yes! It's fucking, like, hilarious.
I just named something that we already had that did what he does. It's named Ditto.
Ditto just transforms, and he can become almost a perfect replica.
So this one just puts a sheet over itself?
Yes, because it wants to be loved.
Okay, so according to Versus, that Pikachu thing might as well be in Pokebutt Go.
He is one of my favorites. You guys are fucking crazy.
I'm not gonna be playing the game, so I don't care. But I will just look at that and just go, I'm done. I see why now I am done with Pokemon, and I have been for such a long time.
Oh fuck! That Articuno was in Ohio. Mother.
You would have lost it anyway.
True, but still. Team Mystic, man. It's my it's my mascot. What else has come out? Anything I want to get to? I don't think so. All right, unless you guys have anything to add, we will.
JoJo is awesome.
Yeah, I have to hear about.
Join me next week when I go. JoJo is awesome, and the week after that when I go, JoJo is awesome.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week, probably talking about Suicide Squad.
No.
I can't wait.
Bye.
Laters.
It's gonna be so